Journey of the Hitsu Hanta started about 7 years ago. We're sitting in our backyard. I had some guys over we'd been training. We were all sitting at the table, and one of the guys says, "What do you think's the most powerful punch?" I said, "Well, probably an uppercut." I said, "Most guys don't know how to fight, and they duck their head and swing their arms." And my son said, "Dad, show me an uppercut." Well, we stood up and went over to the bag, and actually you can't do an uppercut on the bag. So I had this little novelty bag that was on my desk. I said, "Go get me that bag real quick." And it had a base and a spring and a head on it. So he brought me the bag, and we stuffed the base up into the chains and added a head. So not only did it add a head, but it added it in perfect technique and form. Good shot. It had a base and a spring and a head, and it head over body, just like you would in a fight. Chin down, head over body. And so we started with that, and of course 10 minutes later the bag was broke. So it became a project for my son and I to create something that could not be broken. We wanted to be able to adjust the head height to it. So we went to Lowe's, bought all these ratchets, went got all of it welded, and started with our prototype. We got a spring and got another head to it and tried to make it as heavy duty as possible. Well, we did some market study. We went to all the best gyms in Miami and set it up. We put a $100 bounty on it. We said, if you can break it, here's $100 cash in your hand. So we had some of the biggest fighters in Miami hitting on this thing, trying to tear it up. Well, of course it broke, and it started popping bags and this and that, and then we started kind of developing something that could not be broke. So we went to an engineer, we got CAD drawings drawn, we had everything drawn up to where we had an unbelievable product that could not be broke. Well, then we started advancing it a little bit more. We decided, okay, we have one head, but the natural motion of a bag is to spin. So what happens when a fighter dips and dives is you got a head that's going up and down. So we decided to put 4 heads on the bag and make it to where you could adjust the different head heights to the bag. Natural motion of bags to spin, natural motion of a fighter's to dip and dive. It worked perfect. We had the 4-headed model started then, and then we started really working from there. Then we decided to take it to another step. We said, okay, you got a standard heavy bag. When it's sitting there, you have a 3-foot radius that you're walking around. Well, when you hit somebody, they don't stand still. So we decided to put it on a 10-foot track system. We put it on a track system so it mimicked the movements of a fighter going away from you and then coming to you. So then we decided, okay, we've got this down, let's add some strike points to it. So we wanted to build a strike point system so when we're teaching combinations, it actually gave you an unbelievable approach system to where you could actually hit the bag, know where you're hitting, and try to go for the kill shot. Well, then we said, okay, I've worked in pro sports and college sports for the last 16 years doing a lot of therapy, but seeing how they use sports science. So we decided to add the sports science angle. So we added camera systems to the whole setup that allowed you to really take advantage of the movement. Then we added pressure sensor technology. So we could go over here just kind of like a sports science episode off ESPN, and then we'd watch your feet, your hand work, your head work, and then upload that to software that actually gave you a body mechanics feedback, and you could watch it in slow motion, do all your diagrams, and we could gauge how hard you're hitting, how accurate you're hitting, and sometimes the timing between your combinations. That way we could take all that information and make the best fighter that we could. After 7 years of research and development, the ultimate fighting training technology is here. My son Garrett and I have brought the Hitsu Hanta to market. We're excited to be able to do something that no one else has ever done before in the MMA or boxing arena. We'd love to add a head to every bag in the world and add a system to every gym in the country. I want you to be the first in America to have a Hitsu Hanta and train like a pro.